this is a man, a billionaire, who wanted a media and an internet empire to outdo Baidu and Alibaba, and it looks like he's having a few problems.
This has been really fascinating company to track. I attended their grand unveiling just in October about their huge U.S. strategy. They bought this enormous plot of land in Silicon Valley. They said they were going to hire more than 10,000 employees. And now this, month after month, we've seen a severe cash crunch. We've seen suppliers actually allege that they missed payments. We've seen them be stripped of sports broadcasting rights. This is really a story of a company that went too far, too fast. And sources have been telling me that this has stoked a lot of frustration with the U.S. employees. There were a lot of promises that weren't actually given, and delaying payroll for employees is always a very bad sign. And though the company told employees that this was due to troubles getting money out of China, a lot of my sources tell me that they believe there were a lot of other issues involved here as well.
I mean, the company has responded saying actually that the payment wasn't missed, but I mean, you know differently. And indeed, what therefore do we think in terms of the high-level employees they had managed to lure over from big tech giants such as Samsung in the US, and now they seem to be looking for the exit?
Definitely. I mean, they hired a number of very high-profile executives from Qualcomm, from Samsung, and 2 of the 4 main executives they've hired have actually left, all within the span of less than a year. He also has this other division called Faraday Futures. It's another one of his big ventures in electric vehicles. And that part of the companies has seen significant turnover, especially in their U.S. finance team. Most of them actually left at the end of last year. They've started to rehire some folks to that team. But sources tell me that it was very frustrating for them because at the end of the last year, they told the CEO, Zhao Yueting, we can't keep on spending and spending. And he said, keep on going. The money will keep on coming. And obviously it didn't. So that also stoked a lot of frustration, which caused a lot of turnover.
Yeah, they seem to be claiming that they're beefing that team back up, and certainly in the finance side of things, making a key hire from a bank. I mean, what can we actually begin to believe here? And really, should we be looking also at the money that they have managed to bring in? Because they did try and get some cash to come from Sunak, didn't they?
YT, another name that the CEO goes by, he is very good at fundraising money. He's been able to continually raise money. As you mentioned, he recently got this large over $2 billion lifeline from Sunak, and that really is supposed to help alleviate some of these problems. But one of the issues is that most of this money is coming from China. They have ambitions to raise money in the U.S. and eventually list in the U.S. In order for U.S. investors to feel comfortable investing in this company, they really need to start cleaning up the situation, getting some cash flow. As far as we know, the only profitable entity is the main publicly listed one in China. And with Faraday Futures, as you said, what can we expect from them? Well, hopefully the new CFO is able to bring in a new team to fix some of the problems, but they don't really have a real product out yet, so there's not very much to go off of at this point.